Morning. So today I'm going for a bike fit. I've been having a few issues on the bike recently, a bit of shoulder pain. Before that I had some sort of backside pain, which sort of got sorted out, but then my shoulder started aching. So I know there's something not right. So I'm going to Vankru cycling over the other side of Southampton in England. And I realised I did go there before, and I thought it was a year or two or a few years ago, and I realised it was 10 years ago I went there for a bike fit. So I'm going back to see Garth, who runs Vankru cycling or Vankru bike fitting, and hopefully going to have two bikes fitted for me, and we'll find out whether my new bike, the Vitus Venom Evo, is the correct size or not. So who knows what might happen. All right, okay, so we'll see you there. So we're here at Vankru cycling, just to the west of Southampton, actually to the east of Southampton. Is that shoulder thing. The saddle, the saddle is more comfortable. So we started off with general questions about health and how I'd been over the last few years and any problems I had with the bike or any injuries and things like that. So Garth spent quite a long time just gathering that sort of data that he would then use later in the fit. That sort of dropping my torso a bit.
Okay. Does it ever get so bad that you need to get off the bike?
No.
Okay.
Sometimes I do sort of shoulder stretches when I'm on the bike, just sort of moving around and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
After gathering data, I started to warm up on the bike, and Garth just made some general sort of measurements and things like that. Then we, after warming up, went to do some physical assessments like stretching and how flexible I am and things like that. Garth did seem to notice that my pelvis doesn't seem to be perfectly symmetrical, so that might be an issue I might need to look at in the future. After those sort of physical assessments, I got back on the bike, and then Garth started fitting properly. As you can see, he took a lot of sort of notice and just generally looked around at my cycling position, where I was riding, what sort of position my back was in, and all sorts of things like that. Before I really started the fit, he did do my cleats and adjusted my cleats, moving those further back and providing some more arch support, which obviously you can't see in the shoes, but I could feel it there. That should make my foot more stable. So once the general fit adjustments had been done, I needed to just ride on the bike for a bit and see how that felt, while Garth again was looking around at my general position, asking me lots of questions to make sure it was sort of a good fit on the bike.
And do you feel weight on your hands?
A little bit. I think at the moment I feel like my shoulders are a bit, I might end up doing that.
Yeah, okay. So you come to stop just at the front of the pedal stroke.
So for those of you watching my review of the Venom Evo, which is my new bike, you may be interested to know that it is about the right size. Garth didn't seem to think it was too small for me or anything, and the measurements are pretty similar to my 56. And then after I'd got fit on my first bike, we swapped bikes and did the same process again on the second bike. And actually the measurements between the two now are very similar.
Centimeters, this is probably running at 24.5, give or take, but it's just...
So I'm just back from the bike fit. Luckily it's still a beautiful day, and I'm just seeing how the new position feels. So obviously if you have a bike fit, it's going to take you quite a while to settle into a new position, especially if you've been moved about quite a bit. I've had my cleats adjusted, gone back a bit. I've had the saddle raised but moved forward slightly, and the handlebars raised to go with it. And so far, it's feeling pretty good. I think the cleat position helps me keep a more stable foot, which I guess then translates up my leg to keeping me a bit more stable on the saddle. But really I need to do probably a 3 or 4 hour ride to sort of really see how the fit feels, or over a longer period of time. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe if you can to help the channel grow. That'd be great. Anyway, so what better way to test it than on some of my local lanes? So I've had both my bikes fitted. My aero bike is slightly more aggressive, but it's literally a couple of mils lower handlebar, and the reach is pretty much the same. So it'd be interesting to see, moving from bike to bike, if I feel that difference. Now all I need to do is set my turbo bike up with the same dimensions and maybe have another look at my gravel bike. So if you feel you could do with a bike fit and you live in the south of England, have a look at Garth's website, which is Vankru Cycling. That's Vankru. I'll put it in the description below, his details. But I can recommend him. He certainly takes his time and knows what he's talking about. But Garth's been in business for over 10 years now. Like I said, it was about 9 or 10 years ago when I first went to see him. I'll just hope that perhaps this fit will last another good few years like the first one did. So I hope you found the video interesting. If you've got any thoughts on bike fitting, drop them in the comments below. And until next time, see you soon.